You can't accept the Judeo-Christian story of the book of Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy from Sunday school or from any preacher. Because if you listen to those versions, they're sanitized. But when you yourself open up the book of Exodus and you start reading it without allowing any type of narrative to influence your interpretation of the material, if you were to read this, you're going to see some harrowing stuff. You're going to see the description of two different peoples that did not like each other. These two different peoples had a choice. One group of these people accepted the terms of the contract. The demon that popped out of that burning bush basically said, I'm going to do all these things for you. And as long as you obey me and do these things, I'm going to make sure all this happens for you. There's only one race of people in the world that those conditions and those prophecies attach to, and it's not us. It's only one. Now, there's another set of people who are going by a totally different and much older covenant, and they were given promises as well. Those were the Israelites and all Israelite descended peoples. These people here were going by the old Brahmic code, which was later incorporated into the Old Testament as the Abrahamic code. But it's the old Brahmic code, Brahma and Saraswati. These people were given promises and prophecies too. And the other ethnicity that accepted the contract from the burning bush, they don't fulfill any of these prophecies. They are totally two different sets of prophecies. And it's very easy to see who is who today when you look at these. Anything in all the promises and prophecies that you find in the book of Genesis apply to the Israelite descended peoples. And you can see who they are today. It's very easy because they fulfilled all this. But the Judaic prophecies from the burning bush don't read like the ones in Genesis. The promises from Yahweh, they read totally different. And they have a totally different, very violent, no nonsense, I'm going to F you up if you disobey me, tone to them. That's not found in Genesis. In Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, this massive series of laws is laid down that's not found in Genesis. It's totally different, and the prophecies are different. And I don't want to tell you. I want you to do your own homework and research, or just go listen to my Dark Scriptures playlist, because I go into a lot of detail there too. But the best thing you could ever do for yourself, if you really want to know these things, is just go read the text yourself, and you'll see. I mean, we are told today, we are made to believe through religionists today that the Jews and the Israelites are the same people. But that's not what it says in the Bible. In the Bible, they were at war with each other for the first couple centuries of contact. They had major battles and wars against each other. So most of the biblical material is all redacted through a Jewish filter, and they waited for the Israelites to be carried off into captivity by the Assyrians, which was needed because after that they became nations all over the world. They spread, and it's easy to follow where they went. I mean, those who are interested in that, you need to read E. Raymond Capt. You need to read Frederick Haberman. These men. They document, they show all the old records, they show all the migrations, what happened after the 10 tribes had become 10 separate nations that left Assyria at different times and traveled all over the world to become the nations they are today. And they fulfilled Brahmic, they fulfilled Genesis covenants and prophecies. They did not fulfill the Judaic. The Judaic promises of Yahweh don't even apply to Israelite descended peoples. Totally two different systems of promises. And the world is the way it is today because these people signed that contract. They've been given control of the world. They've been given the wealth of the world. They've been able to financially enslave their enemies. Every bit of that's in the contract. It's in Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. They've done exactly what AIX told them that they could do through him or her, whatever it is. If you're 100% a student of the Gnosis, you would believe that AIX is Sophia, then a female. I don't have any particular attachments to any belief system from antiquity. I don't. My entire construction of the historical record is by taking all the data that I think is tangible and removing everything that I think is falsified. So there's nothing, I can't tell you, I can tell you I'm a student of the Gnosis, but I can't tell you I'm Gnostic. I can tell you I'm a student of Christianity, but I can't really tell you I'm a Christian. I can tell you I'm a student of Zoroastrianism. I'm sure not Iranian, but I just take the best from all the elements I've found all around the world that fit together, and this is how I put the Chronicon together and put all my material together. Because I don't believe there's any one culture or any one people in the world that have all the answers, but I do believe that truth has been disseminated. It's like a puzzle, and everybody has their pieces, some more than others. And when we actually do some in-depth searching all around the world, we find out that everybody has something to contribute to put the picture together.